And she goes down to the thrift shop down the street. You are listening to Rock-N-Brews, episode number 5, a Union Station Brewing Company podcast. I'm John Wheat. I own the brewery.
And I'm Thomas. I work at the brewery.
And our first segment is always the beer. So many people have been bringing us beer. This is amazing. We should have done this a long time ago.
Right? All we got to do is shout them out.
Oh my gosh.
Free beer.
I know. It's great. So we're actually going to start with a not beer. That's going to be first because liquor before beer, you're in the clear.
Beer before liquor?
Never been sicker.
Yeah, you get sick quicker or something like that.
Sick quicker, yeah. Something. And it's around noon on Sunday, and I don't need the rest of my day
to be shit.
Let's be real.
That's right.
So go ahead. Why don't you introduce this?
So one of our great friends and valued customers got us Korean rice liquor, but it's not really liquor. It's like 16% alcohol by volume.
This was Motorcycle Red.
Yeah. It's called soju. It's like it's hard to explain. It tastes like water. I guess it's made out of rice. And it's in Korea. That's where it's actually made at.
Crystal clear.
It's crystal clear, but I'm sure it would start a vehicle.
Yeah, I mean,
probably would start
or fire out back.
So we're actually serving it today.
Talk about the decanter.
We are serving it out of a Busey's, Buc-ee's, I don't know how you want to say it, gas pump. I mean, I figured since it will start a car, it makes sense to serve it out of a gas pump, right?
I'll shoot y'all a photo. I'll actually take a picture of this while you're pouring it because this is fantastic.
Look at that! There she
goes. Old style gas pump, and Thomas is filling up a little glass right now.
So he brought us two different.
Red, I'm sorry, buddy. He's like, you got to do the shoot. You got to shoot it straight from the bottle. This kind of messed me up last night. I'm gonna be real, buddy. So I'm taking it super easy today. And go ahead.
I guess this is the original flavor.
This is original.
We did try the fresh flavor.
Fresh last night, and it had zero taste at all.
Take a whiff of that.
I had a little bit, like if you've ever done a shot of vodka, I'm sure you probably have. Just like that little sit on your tongue, the stuff we had last night.
Yeah.
But there was no taste.
No taste.
Then he made us, I say made, there was no gun to my head or anything. Put it in with some Pepsi. Could not tell it was there at all. That crap is deadly.
It is. And it smells really harsh.
Oh my gosh.
Does it not smell harsh?
This smells
like rubbing alcohol.
Like vodka, yeah.
I get rubbing alcohol vibes.
I got a flashback to college. Not a good one.
No, not a good one, right?
No. All right.
All right, well, cheers.
Right. Cheers. All right.
I think I like the other flavor better.
Yeah. This one is more vodka-y.
Vodka-y, yeah.
Yeah. It's definitely...
You might need to mix it with a little something.
I'm getting the fruit now.
Now I'm getting the fruit.
Now I'm getting the fruit. Yeah. I still feel like I sucked on a cotton ball. Soaked in alcohol. Not my favorite, Red. I prefer the first one, but thank you for bringing this in.
We're going to definitely put it on the beer wall.
It'll definitely go on the beer wall for sure, and it will definitely get drunk.
I think we need to mix it with something, though.
Yeah.
Maybe a little lemonade, a little something. Put it in your coffee.
Cranberry juice?
That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Like Bailey's a bit bigger.
Yeah. Coffee. I got coffee right here, but no, sir.
Oh, man.
No, sir. I learned last night.
Well, thank you, Red, for bringing us this wonderful
we're reaching
beverage.
Out. Since we're interracial.
Now
we're drinking interracial.
We just need a viewer in Korea now.
Oh, man, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Get some real stuff.
That'd be fantastic.
So I heard you got another beer.
Yes. My dad, fan of the show, sent us some beer, and he sent us two. We're going to do this is the Fiddlehead IPA by Fiddlehead Brewing Company out of Vermont. And this is a 6.2% IPA, or since we like all the syllables, an India Pale Ale. This isn't double dry hopped.
Oh man!
But I'll do the honors. And open
that was a good pop.
So he was drinking on his birthday, and was like, which was just last week, and he said, I'm going to send you some beers. So they arrived pretty quickly. I was pretty.
You can send beer through the mail like that?
Well, no. It is actually illegal to send it USPS.
Really?
Which he may or may not have done. So I'm talking to my mom, and she's like, Dad packed up the coffee grinder for you. And I was like, a what? I wasn't picking up what she was putting down. And I was like, oh, right, yeah. But you can actually send it through UPS and FedEx. I believe you need them to know that it's beer or alcohol, right. And I think there's like actually a permit that you need. It's all bullshit. It's somebody trying to make more money, basically. So when all the homebrew people would send bottles around, they would put fragile live yeast samples on the box. And I mean, technically, it could be live yeast sample because you're homebrewing, you're not filtering, and you're sending yeast in a bottle.
You're sending science experiments.
Sending science
experiments.
That's perfect. Yes. Yeah. And I apologize, my voice, my head, I have this head cold going on, which 'tis the season for that. But, all right, so we've poured it. It's nice and cold. And first sip impressions. Actually,
that is phenomenal.
Second sip impressions because I got some soju on my tongue.
You got some soju on your tongue. that cleaned everything in your mouth. Now you sanitized. Now you're actually getting the real impression.
Oh, is that? Yeah, okay. We killed everything.
So we killed all the bacteria.
All the taste buds.
Right. That is phenomenal.
That is really good.
It's very smooth.
He said this is one of his favorites.
Yeah, it's very subtle. It's not bitter.
It's not super bitter. No, I'm getting some. I mean, there's bitter to it. There's piney, like some heavy pine taste, and citrusy.
I like it.
So we're drinking out of our mugs. Which is kind of not good for when we're tasting these beers. It's fun for us to drink out of the mugs, but you can't see
the color
or whatever. When I poured it in, I was
like
looking,
a yellow color.
It was a really straw yellow. Yeah.
That's solid.
It definitely wasn't crystal clear.
Fiddlehead. That's a kind of cool name too.
I like it.
I do. Well, thank you for sending us that beer or coffee grinder all the way.
Yeah. Thanks for the coffee grinder.
Yeah.
That's great. We'll be sipping this through the show.
So if you haven't cracked a beer, go ahead and crack one with us.
That's right. Yeah. So even though we did the Korean beer first, you have like some Korean stories.
Yeah. So that stuff we used to drink in Korea, like often.
Thomas was in the military.
Yeah, we went to Korea for a little while. And honestly, it's a really cool place. The soju that they had there was like the original official soju. I'm sure the stuff that's bought here in the States is not the exact same. But when you were there, they'd always tell you, if you're going to drink soju, make sure that you're standing up, because if you sit down...
I remember Red saying that.
Yeah, because if you sit down, you're not getting back up. I mean, people would mix it with like Sprite and just drink it like it was a Sprite out of a can. And
I mean, you totally could.
Yeah,
there's no
flavor. Absolutely. I mean, it's ridiculous. And it paired really well with the food from over there. I mean,
there's no flavor. Of course, it would pair with everything.
I mean, yeah, it pairs with everything,
whatever the fuck you're drinking. Yeah.
So I just thought it was really cool that we got to try it. I just, maybe get a listener in Korea, send us some real stuff through UPS, not
through
not the postal service.
Well, that'd have to go through customs and shit, so that'd probably be a nightmare.
Yeah, I bet you it would.
They get scanned and whatever. How long were you in Korea?
About 7 months.
Okay. What sort of stuff were you MP over there too?
Yeah.
Okay. Was that like most of your career?
I did, yeah. That's all I did the entire time. But
all right.
I was only over there for like 7 months.
Okay.
I mean, it was exciting. It's definitely a culture shock.
Yeah.
The food is phenomenal.
I bet it is.
It's really good. There was this one, my favorite restaurant over there was called Dino Meat.
Dino Meat.
Swear to God, Dino Meat. And so you pretty much walk into this buffet looking place, but none of the food is cooked. So it's a bunch of meat in a cabinet freezer thing. And you lift up the big lid and you go in there and you put meat on your plate. There was no labels for what meat was what. It was all written in Hangul or whatever they call it. I think that's the language.
Okay.
Hangul or Mandarin. One or the other. I forget.
I think Mandarin's Chinese, but go ahead.
So I think it's Hangul.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll look
that
it
sounds
up later.
legit.
Yeah.
No offense in case there's any Koreans.
Yeah, no. We were
interracial
over there. It's fine. We're interracial. It's fine. So So you'd go over there and you would put all this meat on your plate and you bring it back to your table.
Okay.
And you would cook it yourself at your table. They would bring you the seasoning, the ingredients, the vegetables, X, Y, and Z, whatever you asked for, and you would cook it. They had this big old like hood that would go over the little tiny burner that you had. It was like a griddle almost, and it was a big flexible pipe you could move around to suck the smoke out of the building. Swear to God.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Smog levels there are very high.
No doubt.
Yeah, absolutely. But it was really cool because you didn't really know what kind of food you were eating. It tasted good, but it was,
That's
like
cool.
$20 American dollars.
That's cool. Did you have to sign a waiver in case you gave yourself food poisoning because you didn't cook your meat enough?
No.
Okay.
Now, Korean beer is pretty good, too. Cass and Height. If I can find some, I'm a Cass kind of guy. But if I can find some, you're going to love it.
All right.
Definitely interracial beer.
All right. Do they have that over at Fort Stewart, maybe?
I think they might.
Okay.
I've seen other stuff over there, so, I mean, it's a good chance.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'm all for trying different things.
So,
yeah.
It's just really cold over there and then really hot. It's like the most, you could wake up one morning and it's 30 degrees, snowing, freezing, and then the next day it's 80.
Weird.
It's super weird. Like the temperature change there is ridiculous.
Wow.
Especially being in the mountains. It's really, really different.
Is that where y'all were in the mountains?
In the mountains, yeah.
Okay. The high ground.
The high ground.
So you could shoot downhill.
Yeah, about 15 miles from North Korea. It was.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Could you see North Korea from where you were?
We were in like the valley right next.
Okay.
We were surrounded by a bunch of mountains, and the elevation there was pretty substantial. And they were like showing us, well, hey, this mountain, if you go past this mountain X amount of feet, that's North Korea. So it was pretty cool.
All right.
I mean, it was cool.
Sounds cool.
They had other good food there too. McDonald's was over there.
Oh yeah.
Yep. But they didn't
Same
have
menu.
Absolutely not. They had this thing called bulgogi. It's like their version of beef, but I don't know what they do to it. I mean, it's just cooked beautifully. I mean, you go there and when you go sit down at McDonald's in Korea, that's a 5-star restaurant.
Oh shoot, really?
Oh, and it's nice.
It isn't like fast food.
Oh no, it's beautiful. It's great. Yeah, it's really good. It's really cheap, but it's like.
Is it the Golden Arches and everything? Like it's a McDonald's.
It is a McDonald's.
Not just.
Okay. It is an actual McDonald's. Same with KFC.
Weird.
They have a KFC over there. Kentucky Fried Chicken. I swear to you.
Is that actual chicken?
And it's actually
the same recipes and stuff.
Well, they have a completely different menu.
Okay.
So some of the stuff is the same, like the French fries, and but they have their own take on the chicken, or they have their own take on the beef or bulgogi or whatever they want to call it. It's crazy, and they have a Hard Rock over there too, like a literal Hard Rock. Like
those are everywhere.
Yeah, but like in Korea, and it was in like a 40-story mall.
Damn.
Yeah, it's just a big square mall that's like probably the size of this building, just 40 stories high.
Damn,
it's ridiculous.
Wow.
The food was good. I mean, you really can't complain about the food. I mean, you can even eat food with raccoons. They had a raccoon cafe. You go in there, you order you a coffee, and you go sit and play with raccoons. I'm not joking with you.
All we got is a couple cats and a dog.
I think we need to make a trip.
To Korea?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Why not?
All right, yeah.
Passport.
Road trip.
Yep.
I got one. So we started drinking. Like we said, we had some of this soju last night. And last night was our Gruselfest here, which is Scarefest in German. It was a combination of Oktoberfest and Halloween party. We kind of missed the boat on all of that because of the storms and other obligations. But Thomas and I were mostly in the kitchen last night. And that just meant that we were drinking. And so
I'm surprised we don't have any beer in the fridges in the kitchen.
There isn't any room. It is packed with food. That's the only reason. That is the only reason.
We need a wheel kegerator back there.
We need to just run a tap back there is what we
Probably do.
Put a tap handle on the
That's
wall.
right.
Should have thought that one through. So anyway, all that to say is we had a fantastic time last night. We were just goofing and making food, and then we come out and bullshit with the customers and go back in, make food. We had the music cranked and all that. And I just looked over to him. I was like, man, with all the beer that I've drank tonight, like, I'm not hammered. I am in the pocket. And you said...
That's not the pocket, John.
It's not the pocket.
It's the schlot.
The schlot.
You are drunk enough to be having a good time, but sober enough to know what you're doing.
100%.
There's a pocket. and you got to stay right in the bottom of the slot. If
slot.
you go over the slot, it's bad. And if you're under, it's just not fun anymore. So the key is to be sober enough to know what you're doing, but drunk enough to enjoy it.
100%. And that's exactly where I was all damn night.
Right there.
Until I had the soju.
Until you had the soju.
I may have fallen out of the slot after that.
On the right side. It wasn't the good side.
No, it wasn't the good side. And I mean, I don't enjoy being drunk. Like, the slot is in pocket, whatever
I just feel like
that's where I want to be all the time.
I feel like last night the combination between the food and the beer we drank and everything else going on, the night went by pretty quick.
Yeah.
But I feel like that was the right combination of food to beer because, you eat too much food, then you won't drink beer because you're full.
Yes.
And then, so I feel like you had a balanced.
It was balanced.
It was balanced.
It was a really, really good time. So I was just drinking our Oktoberfest because it was our Oktoberfest celebration. But we do have a new beer on tap, and that was a collaboration with One Love Island Seafood, a Caribbean restaurant right around the corner. And Trent over there is the chef. He is from the islands, and absolutely, this isn't a paid promotion, but absolutely fantastic food, man. If you want Caribbean food, like, this dude knows how to make it. He also makes his own juice. So we did a collaboration beer using his juice to flavor it. And it's pretty badass.
I feel like that juice can cure cancer. It tasted like $1 billion.
It would cost almost $1 billion.
I know, but
yeah, it was great. So it is called Paradise in Georgia, and originally it was going to be a sour, and it was tart at best. And then I dosed it with his juices and all tartness. There's just a smidge of tart on the finish, but it's definitely not a sour. So, we do what we do here when we brew, and we pivoted a little bit. So we have a really nice fruited ale. The base was an ale, and it's a combination of his guava passion lemonade and his 7 fruit island punch. And
7 fruit.
7 fruits.
Can you name all 7 fruit?
I could if I looked up his text because he sent it to me. There's passion fruit, guava.
There's got to be some orange in there.
There's pineapple, orange. Oh, no. I don't know.
No coconut?
No, there's no coconut in there. I don't. There's a couple that I didn't recognize,
mm-hmm.
and they must just be like Caribbean type fruits, but they're like tropical fruits.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the juice was good.
So oh, yeah, they are.
It's phenomenal.
100% with some soju in it.
Oh, that might be a thing. That might be a thing.
Yes. So, really, really good. It's actually really light, and it's shandy-like. Like, we didn't put lemonade in it, but this was his guava passion lemonade. So there's like some undertones of a shandy kind of thing in there. There's just a tiny tart hit on the back, and it's just fruity as hell. And it's really, really good. I think
it's good.
It's really
Have we been selling a lot of it?
We have been,
attention. We did. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Once the tile is made, #Carrie paint it, please. Once that goes up, it's on our menus. But like until that tile goes up, we just got to kind of remember to tell everybody if they're looking at the tiles and not the beer menu or whatever.
You know what that reminds me of?
What?
Last night you forgot to put the brats.
Oh my gosh! What a freaking mess! So I'm over here. I designed a menu. Basically, took our normal menu and added. We were doing brats. I did wings. That were not charcoal.
We got wings, y'all.
We have wings. Yes.
Not burnt wings.
And they're actually good. They're really good. I was impressed. I mean, Which
I'm surprised people ordered the wings, not seeing them on the menu. They're just like maybe.
I think I told them.
Said something.
Yeah, maybe or somebody. Yeah, I don't remember. I mean, we only sold 7 wings. Because you could buy one wing.
And how many did you make?
There were 125. I made 125.
Are we doing math? How many do we have left?
Dude, come on. We're not doing
we sold how many?
Stop it. It's too early in the day.
So I think we're going to have a wing sale next week.
We're going to have wings next week. I will advertise them on Facebook, and y'all come down and get some wings.
And the brats were killer.
The brats were. So I sat and I designed this menu. I put it in the point of sale. I did the whole thing. You could have just got the brat plain. You could have got it with sauerkraut or peppers and onions if you wanted it that way. And, I mean, we have mustards. We have a bunch of other things we could put on it if you really wanted to do something wacky.
We could put beer cheese on it.
You could put beer cheese, the horseradish
Ooh,
that would have been good.
Yep.
Horseradish mustard.
Yep.
So all sorts of that's all on the point of sale, all super flexible and whatever. And I forgot to print the menus.
You forgot to print the menus.
I forgot.
It was a little hectic last night.
I mean, I was busting my butt all day, getting food ready, prepping stuff, smoking stuff, because the wings were smoked yesterday.
You had to keep an eye on that.
The brats were smoked. Yes, I did, because I was like,
you watched it like a hawk. You need a camera out there just so you can check it.
Oh my gosh. Yes, I do, 100%. So yeah, so the wings are banging. We had buffalo sauce, spicy, and then that's my own recipe. And then I had garlic parm wet. I also do garlic parm dry. And who knows, maybe this week we'll come up with a couple other... Oh, and barbecue.
Barbecue, yeah.
Honey barbecue. Super good wings. The wings were for the game. And I had an interesting talk with, about betting on the game.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody was doing some statistic crunching, and the crunching didn't go so well because a couple of his players that he picked, didn't do a whole lot.
Was this yesterday?
This was just yesterday.
Really?
Yeah. But Thomas has a DraftKings story.
Which one? That's the question, because I've got a bunch of them.
Well, the recent winnings.
The recent winnings?
Yes.
Oh, our recent, you're talking about the World Series?
The World Series winnings.
So we like to do a little fun sports betting now. If you guys have a sports betting problem, please call the number on the phone. That's just a little advertisement.
That's right.
Because
call us and we'll tell you who to vote.
Yeah, who to bet on. Yeah. So we do it just for fun, and we maybe put in $5-6 worth of bets a week. Nothing crazy.
Yeah. This isn't like I'm foreclosing on the brewery because I have a betting problem. These are $3, $7. Although I did get cocky, and I'm gonna admit I bet $20
on hockey.
No, I got cocky.
Oh, you got cocky,
and I was like, I'm doing this, and I'm gonna win big, and I bet $20.
And you didn't win shit.
No, I didn't, but it was $20 worth of entertainment.
$20 worth of entertainment. Because you get to watch the whole game, and you get to be like, oh,
but that was after I had won 100 and I won 30. So the account is up there.
It's up there.
And so this is like house money.
We're playing on house money.
That's what I
think you deposited $25.
It was $25 initial.
And you have been...
They matched it.
Yeah.
And then I lost a couple, and then I won. And it's just hovering. So it's totally fine.
You've pretty much been playing on house money for over a month now.
Yeah.
And you could
play I honestly, everybody says, I don't have a problem. I really don't. I don't care. I haven't bet in a week, mostly because I was down in Florida and I couldn't bet.
Oh, they restricted your account, huh?
Yes, because they saw I was in Florida. Now, I will admit I had a smidge bit of a panic attack and I was trying VPNs and everything, but I guess DraftKings can tell, or they saw that my location, I didn't realize, you turn your location off and then other things on your phone don't work right. So it was the whole thing. So I did not bet when I was down in Florida for 2 days.
Right.
I had a tinge of anxiety because of that. Up train. Come down to Union Station Brewing Company. Wow, I'm starting to slur.
Ooh.
Come down to Union Station Brewing Company. It's 106 Southwest Broad Street, down by the tracks in Jessup, Georgia. Craft beer just got better. That'll be a thing now. Anytime a train goes by.
Yeah, right? We could do a little advertisement.
Yeah.
So when we were watching the World Series, I bet 4 for 4. And I think the sportsbook really, really messed up.
Yes.
Big time. Because they had Freddie Freeman was the monster in the series. And he obviously went on to win World Series MVP, home run after home run, grand slam.
That's the new F word you can't say it here. Because I'm a Yankees fan. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt.
No, go ahead.
That grand slam he hit in, was it game 1?
Mm-hmm.
Was phenomenal. All right. I hate him with all of my being, but that was amazing.
You can't lie. He's
an amazing player.
Yeah,
I respect his skills. Absolutely. I'm frustrated that he's so good and he's not on the Yankees. That's all.
Right.
So go ahead. That was my friend.
You hate him because you ain't him.
Well, yes.
Yes. And you can't have him.
No.
So they put all these players at 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. And so if none of you listen or sports bet or understand the rules, 1.5 means they have to get 2 if you pick them as more. So hits, runs, RBIs. 2 for some of those people is really low. So I'm thinking Ohtani, obviously at 2, Freddie Freeman at 2, and a couple of others. I think I put Soto on there and a couple other guys. I'm sitting there, and I'm like, got 4 for 4, and I'm in the 4th inning. So I'm already know I'm winning. And I put, I think, $5 or $8 on this game, something like that. So my payout was going to be like $60. I'm thinking, well, this is easy money. I just made $60 because the sportsbook didn't put them at 3.5, 4.5, whatever. And
everybody thought it was easy money.
Everybody thought it was easy money too. And apparently, out of all of the bets that were taken that night on this sportsbook, 33% of them voted the same as me. And so there was a whole bunch of money that had to be divided between 33% of players. And there was like 1.2 million entries. And obviously, I only put $8 in. Could you imagine if another guy in the 33% put $1,000 on it? Like, there wasn't enough money to go around. So they literally they sent me $13.86 as my winning when I was supposed to get a minimum.
You got 4 for 4, which is really good.
It's good. Yeah, if you can get 4 for 4, you're getting some money. And it drove me nuts because I did not bet that much. $8 seems like a lot. I didn't bet $8 to win 13, okay?
Yeah,
and
right.
The heartache of dealing with it the entire time.
Yes.
But they gave me a credit, which means I can't pull the credit out. I can just use it on next week's stuff or whatever.
Sure.
So I'm pretty sure that sportsbook tanked. Their stocks went way down. And we actually checked it the next day and it was down 6% because they lost their ass.
Yeah.
It was hilarious.
So how do they recover from that? Do they have like insurance?
I don't think they have insurance, but I mean,
With bookies
they just wait until the next week and
hope
they
they
get all the money.
So they're gambling too.
Oh, they're gambling too. That's literally what a sportsbook is.
Yeah.
The house always wins, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
They didn't on the World Series. I'll tell you that much.
Oh my gosh, no. Somebody got fired over that.
Oh, absolutely.
I bet some intern didn't go in and change all those lines.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, but it's fun. I mean, like obviously I like baseball. Okay, I'm not a huge. I mean, honestly, I'll listen to the games, MLB, whatever. And actually, when I was in Florida, I was at Buffalo Wild Wings watching the game, but it was muddy sound in there.
Uh-huh.
So I put my earbuds in, pulled up the MLB app, and was listening to the audio. And I'd sit there and hit pause, play to try to sync it up with the television, just so I could, hear what was going on.
Good for you?
What's that?
It worked out?
Oh yeah, it was great.
That's
I listened to the entire game that way.
Yeah, I like that. That's cool.
And then I have my announcers that I like, Jon and Susan. And I feel like we're all friends.
I feel like you know them personally.
I do know them. They have no idea who I am.
When I watch any sports game and I see who's commentating the game, I'm like, perfect, because you're used to them commentating.
Yes,
I mean,
absolutely.
Like, it makes the event so much better because you know who's going to be talking about the game.
Yes, and on the off chance that the Yankees would win, I wanted to hear Jon say, Yankees win. He does his little thing, and it's fantastic. So anyway, I was listening to that. And so obviously I know the Yankees players, but I don't know a whole lot of the other players.
You found out real quick.
And since DraftKings, I'm learning like the other players now. And I'm like, I don't care what he does I do care because I know you got him, but I don't have him.
Yeah.
Or, I got this guy. He better get his head out of his ass and start hitting because I got more on him and he's dragging. Or you go sit down and strike out because I got less on you, and if you hit this, I'm screwed. You
almost want it to be a close game just because of the players you
have. Yeah, it's fantastic.
So
it's almost like the Super Bowl, when you get the squares.
Sure.
And you just want the score. You don't even care who does what. But,
But does it not add a little bit of enjoyment to every single sports game?
Every single game, yeah.
Like, even if you don't care if who's playing, like, I know we've made picks on Thursday Night Football, but I'm like, it's the Battle of the Bums.
Yeah, and I've made $3 bets. Like, woo, I'm going to win $7 or $10. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's just fun.
It's fun, yeah. It's a good time.
So I actually went on a little...
speaking of winning.
Yeah, speaking of winning, this wasn't really a bet. I mean, this was more like an auction. eBay does these really cool auctions.
It actually was an auction, but go ahead.
It really was an auction.
I know.
Have you ever used eBay for auctions?
Oh, yes. That is where I need help. Gambling, not a problem.
Not a problem.
Auctions, holy damn.
Yeah.
I can easily get addicted to auctions.
Oh, absolutely.
And I may have been in the past, but go ahead.
Yeah, because I would just be like, I'm the highest bidder. And then you get when you win all these auctions, then you realize how much money you've actually just spent because you've got to pay 14 different auctions for. But eBay does a very good job.
And the bitch is you're bidding on this one thing, and not your story, because your story isn't like this, but you might bid on multiple auctions.
Sure,
because
for
there
the
might be
same
4 or 5 people,
Right.
and then you win 2 of them,
Yeah, right.
or 3 of them, and you're like, oh shit!
Now I gotta pay for all these.
I gotta pay for all. Yeah, because eBay will like flag you if you don't pay.
Sure.
And then you get in trouble, and whatever.
Yeah.
So back to your story. I'll shut up.
So no, you're good. So I'm a big Chiefs fan.
Shocker.
Yeah, right. Every Sunday we watch it.
I mean, he's got a Super Bowl champs Chiefs shirt on
right now. Like, when have you not seen you repping the Chiefs stuff? Never. Everybody that comes
last night when you were in your lederhosen.
Yeah, probably, which was super fun actually.
Go
ahead. So I'm in this auction. I'm just scrolling on eBay, and I normally don't do it. But every once in a while I'll get on there and just see what they got. I wasn't looking for anything in particular, but they had a 1-of-1 tap handle on eBay. It's the Golden Road Kingdom tap handle. It says it's Chiefs Kingdom on the front. It's got a picture of the stadium on the top of it.
So cool.
And so in when they won Super Bowl 54, they also won Super Bowl 4 a long time ago. And so it was a 50-year gap between winning Super Bowls. And now this was like 3 Super Bowls ago they won, okay? I know they've been on a hot streak, but they did a collaboration with Golden Road is actually a brewery in California, and they were celebrating this new golden ale that they had come out with, and they did a collab, Golden Ale, Golden Road to Victory kind of thing. And so they brought this beer to the spot in Kansas City. Now this is it's called the Ice House. Okay, now the Ice House.
Ice House.
They did not have Ice House on draft. I promise you that. But what they did is they brought this collaboration and they made a handle for it. And I had went to this place shortly after that Super Bowl win in Kansas City, and I remember seeing the tap handle there because I drank the beer. And they did X amount of kegs. I don't know exactly how long they kept it on tap or whatever. And I come across this tap handle, and I'm like, well, I wonder how many of them there actually are out there. So I emailed the company, and I said, this is the tap handle I'm looking for. I sent them a picture, and I said, do you guys sell these, or do you know where I can get them? This is before I even bid on this auction.
Okay.
And they're like, oh, that doesn't exist. That's not a thing. And I'm like, well, I'm showing you a picture of it right here. And she's like, yeah, they made one of those for the collaboration to go to this specific location, and that was it.
Okay.
So someone got their hands on it and then put it on eBay.
Okay. Yeah.
And so I'm sitting there watching it, and I mean, the price it started out at like $60 for a tap handle. Now, this is a used tap handle from that location, and I thought it was a really cool piece of history. It's a great conversation piece. And so I'm sitting there, and I'm bidding. I'm figuring this thing's going to go for thousands of dollars. Okay. Sure enough,
it's an original.
It's one of one. I mean, the lady literally said, "I have the email. It's one. They don't make. That's not a thing." I'm like, okay. So I'm bidding, and I'm only jumping up $1 at a time, and I have notifications set on, so it was like back and forth. I ended up winning this tap handle.
That's freaking phenomenal.
It's really cool, and I really thought it was going to be like $4, $5, $1,000. I don't know. I won it for like $100.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot for a tap handle, but
it's a lot for a tap handle, but it's one of one.
And you're a Chiefs fan.
I
would probably do the same thing with the Yankees.
I mean, so it's on its way. It should be here Monday.
That's awesome.
Tomorrow. I'm pretty excited.
Yeah.
So I'll actually, see how it is. Hopefully it's not beat to hell.
And you have a kegerator in your man cave.
I have a kegerator in the man cave.
So it's going on that.
Yeah. Now I just got to find the beer.
That's right.
Match.
I mean, we could brew one.
We could definitely brew a golden IPA or golden ale.
Yes.
Yeah.
100% we can.
That'd be super cool.
And we'll call it whatever it is. Golden Road.
Yeah, we'll just. I'll email my lady over there.
Yeah, see if you can get the recipe.
See if I get the recipe. I got the tap handle. I need the recipe.
Oh my gosh! Email. I'd be like, hey, I just picked this up off of eBay, and I work at a brewery, and we'd really love to brew this beer. Can you shoot the recipe over?
You think
because they don't still make it, right?
No, they don't make it anymore.
Yeah, so they don't care. It's not
Is that like frowned upon though? Like asking another brewery for the recipe?
No,
it's not.
No, not at all. Everybody will share everything. Yes.
Okay.
100%.
Even though it's a big brewery.
Yeah, because so if you have a brewery and I have a brewery, okay, and even if we're like competing, like market share,
sure,
and you're a brewer, I'm a brewer, we're still friends. Like we're buds. We're talking about shit. Game. Yeah, we're talking about how to do stuff, how to do this, how to do that. And if you have a recipe and you give it to me and you brew it and I brew it, it's going to be different because you have different equipment, I have different equipment. We source our ingredients differently. Yes, it's whatever malt or whatever hops, but yours could have been a different year, hop. You could have got them from whatever company, and I got mine from another company. Different, locations where those things are grown, and it's totally different.
So it would be the same beer, just taste probably a hair different.
It would taste a little different, yes.
Yeah.
And I mean, case in point, I did a collab with Hops on Fire and Back River Brewing on Tybee Island, and the three of us got together. We came up with a recipe and we all brewed it. And interestingly, I had customers come from Midway, where Hops on Fire is here. And they're like, oh, yeah, this is the one we had over there. I heard about this collaboration. And so they had it. And it was a husband and wife. It was funny. They both got it.
Right.
And I was like, okay, well, taste it and let me know if it tastes the same or whatever. So I walk over. I was like, so what do you think? And the guy's like, nope, tastes totally different. And the woman is like, yep, tastes the same. So,
really?
Yeah. So I really think, especially if they're not brewing it anymore, I
hit
absolutely,
yeah. Okay, I'm gonna try it.
Hit them up. And I mean, if you're emailing them, CC me or whatever, or give them my number, and I'll talk to them. And that would be kick ass.
Wouldn't that be cool?
That would be very, very cool. Yes, it would be one of the few beers that wouldn't be train named.
Train named?
Yes. I mean, the collabs usually aren't.
We'll have to have a tap painted for it.
Or if they want to do a collaboration, we could brew it again.
We can definitely bring the tap handle up here and serve it on the tap handle up here.
That would kick ass.
That's cool, right?
Yes.
I feel like I don't know. I just feel like it's.
I'm excited.
Unique, so
yeah.
I'm
always looking for another beer to brew.
Yeah. Always, of course.
Yeah.
I'll try doing it at the house in a small batch and see how that works out.
Okay. That's cool.
We'll have to fine tune it a little bit, make sure it's right. Can't be serving the wrong stuff up here.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Well, we always got to drink it first before we serve it.
That's right.
Make sure it's good. Hashtag outlaw.
Yeah, right.
Oh.
Quality control.
So we mentioned distributors last week. Positive distributor news this week. All of the beer, everything I ordered. No, that's a lie.
You're missing one IPA.
I'm missing one IPA. I ordered 3 different IPAs as a backup plan. So right now we do have Tropicalia from Creature Comforts, pretty solid IPA on tap, and we have Jahilahi. High Lie. We have a keg of High Lie in the back. If you're lucky enough, we might throw that on tap. Thomas and I might just drink the hell out of it.
I don't know. That's good stuff.
That is good stuff. That's going to be a hard one to share, but it is here, and we'll probably throw it up on tap because it's expensive.
It is expensive, but it's well worth the money.
Absolutely, yep. Next segment, we'll just jump in. I don't know. There's a real big segue. I was trying to work it through in my head. Listener feedback. Listeners, come in and drink the beer. Oh, listener feedback.
Oh, listener feedback.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Everybody that comes in wants to know if I found out who Fred is.
The Fred on the toilet?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know who Fred is yet, and nobody has fessed up. They're not going to fess up. There's no way.
Listen, if you really wrote on the toilet seat or on the toilet lid, whatever, and you drew it, we just want to know who you are. Come down here.
So I can punch you in the face.
Not really. I mean,
I'm over it. I'm over it.
I'm over it. We just want to know now. Yeah. I think at this point,
everybody's like, "Did you get it off the seat?" And it is like 99.9% off. If you know where it is, you look really hard. There's still some discoloration of a smiley face and the name Fred.
Yeah. So come down here. We're going to teach you how to use a Sharpie so it'll stick permanently. And
the hell we are.
We'll get you a 4-ounce beer. I just want to know who you are.
That's right. Yeah, we'll give you a 4-ounce soju and then kick you out to the curb. So Keith Lindsay, who won last week, we won't do double winners, but he was actually the only one to comment. But he had a funny name for a beer, and he said it's time to make a Porter Potty Fred.
A Porter Potty Fred.
Yes.
I like that. That's funny.
Porter Potty
because
Fred.
At least it's not got a train name, but at least there's a backstory to the brewery.
That's right. That's right.
Porter Potty Fred.
Porter Potty, yes. So that might be the next Porter.
Could you imagine the artwork on that thing?
Carrie would go crazy. Oh my gosh. She would go nuts.
I don't think I'd really want to drink anything called Porter Potty.
Yeah, me. I don't know.
I don't know. That's weird.
It's a funny name, but yeah. Especially a dark beer.
Yeah, right? I mean, if it looks like that coming out, you probably need to go to the hospital.
Oh, yes. Yes. Related to customers, I got some really cool gifts.
You did?
Yes. Well, one, I'm wearing one of them.
Shit Show Supervisor.
I have another Shit Show Supervisor shirt. Different style. This is bright yellow and looks legit. I got an American flag on one side, and it's
grunt style.
Grunt style. On the left with the cross rifles. It's really cool. So
is it comfortable? It looks like
super
shirt.
Comfortable. Yeah.
Yeah. Is it like like dry fit or soft?
Well, it's dry and it fits.
That's right.
Does that work?
Yeah, that
works. So yeah, Motorcycle Red brought that in for me, and I got some caboose whistles.
Some caboose whistles.
These are heavy whistles.
Like brass,
big brass. Yeah, threaded fitting for the airline to go in.
Are we gonna try them out?
I'm gonna try to hook them up. So a couple people were telling me the PSIs for CSX.
Yep.
And and then it was different from the front of the train down to the back because obviously that's going to trail off by the time you get to the back. But he was pretty sure it was 75 PSI at the caboose.
Yeah.
Which my air compressor can do. So I just need a couple fittings. I'm going to carefully research these and take them apart, clean them up. There's a bunch of grease and stuff, and I think part of it swivels, but you can see the whistle end on the end.
So I think that would be super cool to set those up in here, and maybe do like a how we ring the bell for two trains passing by to drink. Yep. Maybe we ring the bell and blow the caboose whistles.
100%. Yes.
I think that'd be really cool. We'll mount them somewhere in here, and then have the compressor on, and it'll fill up whatever during the day, and then we can press a button or something or move something to where it. I think it'd be pretty cool.
It would be very, very cool. Yeah. So those were really cool.
Yeah.
That was Hannah's mom.
Yes.
I want to say Miranda.
Nope, not Miranda.
Not Miranda.
Nope, not Miranda.
I'm horrible with names.
Tara. Yes.
So Tara brought these in for us.
Yes.
Which is very, very
Miranda,
cool.
you were close.
I was going to cut that part out. Now I can't.
She'd be like, damn it, I brought you these whistles and you got my name wrong.
Once you said Tara, I was like, yep, that's right. That's exactly right. Then it clicked in my head because I did know that. But I have name... I was going to say name anorexia.
Yeah. So you can't count. You can't remember people's names. The dimensions just got you all over the place.
Dimension is a thing, y'all. So the whole dimension thing, there was one time I said something, and it was just super weird. And I was like, it's okay. I think I have dementia. And I meant to say dementia, and I said dimension. And now everybody here is like, it's dimension. That's where that comes from. So Tara, thank you. Those, absolutely great. She's like, I have something for you. And she goes out to her car and comes back in with this
Crown Royal bag.
Bag, yeah. And she sets it down. I was like, did you bring me Crown? And she's like, no. I was like,
oh man.
I was like, okay. And then there's two of these whistles, and they were just absolutely gorgeous.
I'm really excited.
I can't wait. If we can hook them up, I'll hide the lines. I'll put one on each side of the bar, so it's loud as hell when they go off, and we'll just scare everybody.
Yeah.
And maybe at a happy hour or something like that. Or
yeah.
We'll come up with some.
Everybody knows. Everybody will know then.
Everybody in Jessup will know it's last call.
Yeah, that's right.
Especially if the door's up. Yeah, so that was really cool. Another customer story. Let me preface this with, please do not, this is a PSA, please do not use my beautiful brewery that I sweat, blooded, and toiled over as your fucking resume. And by that, I mean, don't claim that you've done work here when there is a zero chance in hell that you actually did work here, except maybe drank a beer. All right. So here's another thing. So this happened.
You were gone. You were at your little
Monday, Tuesday, whatever. But I've also heard people tell me, "Oh, hey, this person said they did this here," and I was like, "They told you what?" "Oh yeah, he did the woodwork here." I was like, "The fuck he did." I don't remember anybody sitting here with 20 sawhorses of trim, sanding and polying and staining. Not in that order. You want to stain it before you poly it.
Obviously.
But no. Oh yeah, this person, he said he came in and did your floors. The floors are original. They're probably from 1888 because I've done nothing to them. I've thought about actually having somebody come in and refinish them so they're beautiful, but they're original.
I think it would kill the vibe.
It would, yes. If you came in and it was super slick and shiny, plus then I'd be all pissed off because you get all scratched because of the dogs and crap.
Yeah,
so, I mean,
I think
now it doesn't matter.
It's got character.
You spill a beer here.
It's okay.
I get a little annoyed because you spilled your beer because I worked hard for that beer, but it's okay.
It's also alcohol abuse.
It is alcohol abuse. But, so yeah. So, don't. Absolutely do not. And this, when I have time, I will create a page on my website with every damn person. I have had people come in and do stuff. I mean, the big stuff, the heavy lifting stuff that I couldn't do. Remove walls, run the brand new sewer and water lines through the entire building backbone. You know, the electrical work, that sort of stuff, concrete, you know, that. I will list the people that have actually done work here and what work they have done. And then over a beer, I'll tell you if I would recommend them or not. So, hashtag buckle up, because I got stories for people that have done work here. So that's why I've done the whole damn thing.
So he'd come in here. You weren't here. I mean, I was up here talking to the guy.
Right.
And he's like, yeah, I did all the floors in here. And then I inspected your fire extinguishers and your suppression system. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, man. And when I tell you about it, you're like, well, where's his name? Because I definitely never had anybody come in here and look at that stuff.
If they signed off on that, I want the certificate because I'll give it to my insurance company and maybe they'll drop my freaking premium a little bit.
Probably.
Because nothing here is signed off on.
Right.
I couldn't get the fire marshal to come down to get an occupancy. So I couldn't tell you my occupancy. So if anybody asks, I guess.
I think we're
we're
unlimited?
downtown. I think it is because we're downtown, and I don't think any of these buildings have one.
Yeah,
I don't think they care.
I think when you get past a certain size, it doesn't apply to you.
Okay. So
I mean, and plus you have the roll-up door, emergency exit. I mean, I feel like that would, you know, you can get a lot more people in and out of here faster if you needed to.
Yeah, I'm not saying send the fire marshal down and ruin my day, but you know, I'm just saying like I've tried to get stuff signed off on and just nobody wants to do shit. Right. So, and I have my business license and we're open. So there's that. So yes. So please don't use my place as your resume.
Yeah.
Because that just means you suck really, really bad and need to use other people's work, you know, to make you look good.
Brewery story this week.
So we're talking about the brewery.
Yeah. Brewery story this week.
We got to.
I bent a fucking pot.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
So you're gone on your extravaganza and, trying new foods and
I was at a food show.
Yeah, which is great because we're gonna.
I think that's where I got this cold. Yes.
So I'm in here making food one night.
Scary.
I don't normally work in the kitchen. I'm normally up front, but you know, I'm back there, you know, making some food. And there's beans. I'm making these beans, and I'm done with the pot for the evening, and I'm dumping out the excess into the trash or whatever. And so I take the trash can, like I just emptied it. It's a brand new bag. And I'm dumping these beans out, and I put the beans obviously stick to the bottom of the pot,
sure.
You know?
Yeah, sticky beans.
So I'm taking this pot, and this is the one with the two handles on each side, the big boy. And I'm got it in the trash can, and I'm literally hitting it on the side of my knee, which is on the outside of the trash can, trying to get all these beans out. And I pull it back out after I think I got all the beans out of it, and the pot has a ginormous dent in the side of it.
Ginormous.
Yes.
And so I hear this story relayed to me over text, and I'm like, what the heck kind of metal knee do you have? Like, that is crazy. So then I get here, and I see the pot sitting on the table in the kitchen. It was hysterical. It was literally indented.
Did you walk in?
It was
here,
not
look
circle.
At the pot and start laughing.
I did. Yeah. And so I grabbed the pot, and I was like, I wonder if this can bend back. And I bent it.
Yeah.
It is a flimsiest pot. I would have never guessed.
Where'd you get that, China?
Probably. I mean, it came from Walmart.
Yeah, they go figure.
Yeah, it is not Farberware, which is a big brand.
I think it's called Faberware.
Faberware?
Yeah. Farberware?
There isn't an R in the beginning?
No.
Okay, whatever. It's not a nice pot. How's that?
Okay.
So anyway, I bent it back enough so it's round enough that I can put the lid back on.
Sure.
It. And it worked last night. I cooked more beans in it. But yeah, that was crazy. I was like, oh my gosh.
I really felt bad. I was like, I guess I got to go buy a new pot for John because.
Yeah. So we're trying to limit what he can do. But we had a good time in the kitchen last night.
So while I was stuck up here at the brewery all week, how was your show in Orlando?
I went to a food show, and I was overwhelmed.
Really?
There were, oh my gosh, I don't even know how many tables of food. There was so much to eat. There were thousands of people, and in a giant exhibit hall down there. It was Orange County Convention Center.
Right.
And just crazy. I ate so much food. Thankfully, there was a brewery booth. Hop Life was there, and I met the head brewer, and we were talking about all the distributor BS and things that they go through to get their beer out, whatever. But the food, I tried everything. They had everything. So got some really good ideas. We'll be probably ordering and trying out some new recipes.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Me too.
So you really got an all expense paid trip.
It was, yes. So my food distributor paid me for 2 nights because I was more than 3 hours away.
Wow.
So I went down on Monday, watched the game in a brewery, and then had the food show on Tuesday, and then watched the game at Wild Wings Tuesday night, and then I came back on Wednesday.
So you got to go there, drink beer,
got there, drink beer, eat food all day long. Wow. So full.
For free.
Yeah, for free. Yep.
That's awesome.
They paid for my room. All I had to do was get there. So that was really cool.
Yeah.
And my distributor guy was there, and so he met up with me and hung out with me most of the day. And
right.
He knows most of that food, so it was pretty cool. Yeah, really, really good time. Kind of a long drive, but I was at a hotel at SeaWorld. If you've ever been to SeaWorld, right outside my window. I mean, not right. I couldn't.
Did you get to see Shamu?
No, but the roller coaster, the Stingray, I think it's there.
Something like that.
Manta Ray, that's what it is. Yes, thank you. Yes, where you sit in and then it flips back and you're like Superman, kind of on your stomach.
Did you or did you not go to SeaWorld during this trip?
I did not.
Oh, that would have been fun though, right?
It would have been.
Do you like amusement parks?
Yes, I like roller coasters.
Okay, we're gonna have to plan like a business trip one day.
Are there roller coasters in Korea?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Actually, maybe.
Yeah.
I never went on one there, and I don't think I would.
Yeah,
but,
probably not. So yeah, it was a good time. Just a long drive.
Yeah, I mean, but it was well worth the trip. So.
Yeah. Came back with a lot of food samples, stuff that was portable, a couple glasses, a lot of swag.
Nice.
That sort of thing.
So aside from the mysterious gifts that you've received here at the brewery, because I know you've gotten the pictures in the mail with no name.
Did
anybody ever come in?
No, nobody said anything.
No one came in and said anything? So if you're listening...
I mean, we did just release that on Thursday.
I know.
So it hasn't been a week.
Right.
So,
But just to reiterate, if you're the person that dropped some pictures off here, we'd love to sit down and talk with you about some of the cool stuff that you've seen.
Like clearly you've done other things to this building. I can't talk.
Yeah. It's the dimension of the cold. I don't know which one it is.
Or the soju.
Right? If you drop those off, come and sit down. We'd like to talk to you about it, have a beer, and it'd be kind of cool to see if they've got anything else from that time frame.
Yeah, especially pictures.
Yeah, that would be really
2000.
Cool.
I mean, that was 24 years ago. So that's why the building looked like shit when I bought it. Because that paint just did not hold up for 24 years.
It did not hold up that long.
No way.
They probably used Walmart paint.
I don't know what they used, but yeah, it's possible.
But you did get another good gift up here.
I did, yes. So this was probably 6 months after we opened, maybe even just 4. And I'm walking outside, and this woman pulls up, and she was like, "Excuse me, are you the owner?" I was like, "Yes, ma'am." She's like, "I have something for you," and she was so excited about this, so excited. And I was like, "What? What do you have?" And she's like, "Here, I have something." And she hands me a glass, and she's like, "And it has a train on it, just like your sign. It's gonna match perfectly, with your brewery." And I look at her, the glass, and then I start laughing. And she's looking at me. I was like, "Did you accidentally walk out with this last night or something? Like, thanks for bringing it back." And she's like, "What are you talking about?" And I said, "Well, these are the glasses that I have here. Where did you get this?" And she goes, "Down at the thrift shop down the street at Fairhaven for $1. So this woman bought my glass that I have an entire matching set of for $1 at Fairhaven, which is literally down the street. So someone either stole my glass. I think we sold maybe 3 or 4 of these. So somebody probably stole it. whatever. And then within 4 months, took it down to Fairhaven and probably donated it. So they got a tax write-off for my glass. And then this woman bought it for $1.
And now it's sitting here.
And it is sitting here on the top shelf.
Retired.
With the $1 sticker still on the bottom. Because and it's sitting in the corner. Yeah. So that's still sitting up there. I totally forgot about that story. And somebody was like, "You got to talk about that on the podcast."
Yeah.
But she was so proud, so happy to give me this.
Was she a little upset that it was actually one of your glasses, or did she laugh with you?
No, she laughed. She thought it was funny. And I was like, "Can I give you $1 for this? Like, I feel bad that you're just buying my property and giving it back to me." You know what I mean? It's like buying stolen property and then, giving it back to the owner. You're out the money. So, yeah, it's here if anybody wants to see it. There's a paper rose in it that a customer made for me and brought in. And so, it's just sitting up there at the top of the shelf.
That's crazy stuff. Small world.
Yeah, small world. And so when that happened, there's actually a story on Instagram, if you go back, that just a video I did about, like, if you're going to steal my stuff, at least keep it and love it. Give it some love. Don't just steal it and take it to the thrift shop.
Take it to the thrift shop.
And let them sell it for $1.
Poor glass was sold for $1, and it probably cost more than $1 to make.
It definitely costs more than $1 to make. I probably have $2, $2.50 into each one of those glasses.
Yeah.
And we've broken a couple. Breaks my heart, but it happens. And I think more have disappeared. They seem to be dwindling down. So, might have to find somebody to do some more glasses.
We just need to get some glasses that don't have any logo on them, so that way people don't want to take them home.
Just plain?
Yeah, because I feel like we go
plain. I mean, we have all the pint glasses.
That's
we can just start using pint glasses.
Right.
Those are, a dime a dozen. Also, we were kind of talking about last night, and we're winding down. The place is closed. There's a couple people hanging back, and like this dog walks by.
Right.
And I've had a couple lost dog posters taped to my door.
Right.
And one came by and they're like, "Yep, we found him. That's great." When this one was taped, I talked to the person and he's like, "Yeah, as soon as we find him, I'll come back and take this down." This is 4 weeks. This poster's been here.
Right.
And I've a couple times saw it and I was like, "Oh, I should call them just to see if he forgot the poster was here." And I'm like, well, if he didn't, I don't want to scratch that wound. You know what I mean? Right. Like, this could be like a really sad thing, and they still haven't found this dog. So we're sitting there, and I just happen to be walking through the tap room, and this random dog walks by, and it's what style dog? What breed? What style dog? What breed was it?
Like some Chihuahua looking thing.
It was, I guess it was Chihuahua. And man, I'm slurring, y'all, and I'm aware of it. So I must be in the schlong.
You're right.
I'm aware of what's happening. So, this dog walks by, but he's white and black spots.
Train.
Oh, gosh, another one. Okay. I'll talk really fast. So I walk over and look at this picture.
Too late. It's not that I don't think they can hear us talk. It's that I can't concentrate when the train's going by.
Right, yeah, fair enough. Me too. Because our voices do carry over. Because you can hear me do the shameless plug. I mean, it's my damn podcast. So I guess it's not shameless. So anyway, this dog goes by, and I grab the poster, and it's showing the dog's right side, and it's like solid black with this little etch out. I don't know how to describe it. And I was like, oh, well, that's not him. That's freaky. Kind of looks like him, but he's spotted. And in the meantime, who runs out to get him? Who grabbed him?
I think Red.
Did Red get him?
I think
did Allie grab him?
It was one of the two.
Okay. So they go out and they grab him and they bring him in. And they're like, it's a dog. I'm like, no, it's not, because this is solid and he's spotted. And then she turns him around. I was like, holy crap, he has the same notch. So 4 weeks.
4 weeks. And we found the dog.
Yeah.
That's wild.
So
we called the guy.
So I grabbed the phone and I dialed the number and it goes to voicemail. Probably because I have a 717 Pennsylvania number.
I got a 239 and he answered me.
Yeah. So I'm leaving a voicemail and somebody was like, Thomas is talking to him right now. I was like, what the hell? I called first. Why didn't he pick up mine? So I'm getting all bent out of shape just because he took his call, not mine. So I'm leaving this voicemail and I was like, well, keep him here inside. I'll pen him up in one of the rooms. I'll get him food and water. He'll be good. Just call me and you can come get him in the morning. Meanwhile, Thomas is like, yeah, we're here. Yep. Yeah. Come on down and get him. Whatever. So
he was here quick.
Did I miss any details?
No, I mean he showed up quick.
He did.
Like it was about a minute and a half.
It was actually really quick.
It was really quick.
Yeah.
And I'm like, is this your dog? And then Red's like, we need to see proof.
You need to see proof. Show us. Yeah. But that was super weird.
It was super weird. But I
mean,
that's
the first time in 4 weeks I've even seen this dog. It isn't like I've seen him multiple times. And
he was just trying to come get a beer, probably.
I bet. Yeah. He heard we had broads.
He heard we had broads and Remy to play with. And he's like, yeah, I'll come downtown.
Oh, yeah. So that was pretty cool.
I got a great underrated band for you this week.
Okay, hit me.
All right. So Fleetwood Mac.
All right. I'm tracking.
Okay. So I feel like nowadays people don't listen to the older style music. I feel like kids are raised a little differently with so much, variety in music.
Yeah.
And the music we like to listen to is, like, I wouldn't say a dying generation of music, but like it's dwindling down.
Well, we've talked about our age difference, and I love the fact that we love the same music.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Last night we were cranking some bangers,
some absolute old school
bangers, man. So I am picking up what you're putting down about Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah. Tell me lies.
Tell me lies.
Tell me sweet little lies.
Oh my gosh.
When I walked in and started singing that the other day, I bet you were dying.
I was dying. The do part.
Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. You know how it goes, the jingle.
And then the dance that went along with it.
Oh yeah.
We need a camera in the kitchen.
We do need a camera in the kitchen.
Because there was some crazy shit going in there last night.
Gabe, if you're listening, you need to learn some Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah, you got to hit that high note too. I totally agree with that.
So what do we got for upcoming events?
This is a really busy month. On the 14th, we have an adult paint and sip with Candace. So Candace painted the train that is here, and she's a local artist. She does big murals and painted like watermelon gumballs and gooeys and all that. And so she's doing a adult paint and sip.
That's on the 14th.
That's on the 14th.
I'm assuming that's a Friday.
No, I think that's a Wednesday.
Well, how's that possible?
I don't know, because if Saturday, because the Tyson fight is the 15th, and that's on a Friday.
So that would be a Thursday night.
Yes, that's
Thursday night paint and sip.
Yes.
Okay.
Thursday paint and sip. Friday the 15th Tyson fight. It was rescheduled, so we'll have a Tyson night here. We're gonna have a couple TVs. We're gonna be playing that.
We will be staying open late for the fight.
We'll be staying open late until that is over, and there will be bets placed, and they better damn well cover the books.
I hope so.
All I gotta say.
I hope so,
because there's gonna be some serious money on that one.
I'm sure.
And the 16th, Saturday, is Blossom and Bone.
That's a wild weekend, isn't it?
It is a
wild
weekend.
To back.
Oh my gosh, we're gonna have some stories. Hopefully, good ones. We're starting a brand new thing.
We are
Jeep night.
Ooh, I like that. I love a Jeep.
Every third Thursday, if you drive a Jeep, come on down. There is somebody contacted me about starting this, and they're kind of heading it up. But basically, it's just the Jeep community comes down. They park out front. They hang out. They drink beer. They talk Jeeps. They duck each other.
I guess that's how it works.
I guess. So, so that is the 21st, and that will be the third Thursday of every month from now on. The Friday, the 22nd, is Downtown Development Authority's Pink Friday, and basically that is a take on Black Friday for downtown small business.
Oh, that's nice.
All the businesses that are participating, which I think most of them are, will have pink specials. So we'll actually have a pink drink for you, and that'll be Friday the 22nd. Then the 20th is Thanksgiving. We'll be closed that day. Then the 30th, we have a comedy show. We're trying something different. I know a lot of people are going to be traveling, but we're going to have Jokers and Jesters comedy troupe here, and at 8 o'clock. It's like a 2-hour show, I think, and they have a bunch of normal stuff. They do some stand-up, some skit stuff, some improv. It should be a really, really good time.
Yeah,
that is free. I'm footing the bill for that. So please come and drink a lot of beer to make up for how much it cost me to have these guys here. It was either that or we were going to charge a cover, and I didn't think that would go over too well in Jessup to have a cover. I've never actually been anywhere in Jessup that has a cover.
I mean, we did for New Year's.
Oh, yeah, but that got you drinking food, and that was like...
Yeah, that was the all-exclusive.
That was, like, to be in the party. Yeah, that was all-exclusive. So, anyway...
We were busy as heck.
We were.
That worked out good.
Yes, and we'll just jump ahead to the 31st. That's in the middle of the week. There's
no 31st in this month, John.
No, December 31st. New Year's.
December 31st.
I hopped all the way to New Year's, baby.
Woo!
Plan now. Get a babysitter.
It's going to be a banger.
We're doing a keg drop again, just like we did last year. And it's going to be huge because now we have food, and it's going to be a banger for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
So plan ahead on those as well. That's it for upcoming events. And so...
That's a Tuesday night.
Yes, it is.
So that'll be good. That'll be exciting.
Yeah, so Colin's sick on Wednesday already.
Well, it's a holiday, so I think everybody is off.
I hope so.
I hope so, too.
Yeah, I hope so.
Probably open up a little early,
Yeah.
Get some food going, some beer pouring.
Yeah. I totally forgot to tell you that I bought a new electric toothbrush.
Really?
Yeah.
How does that work?
I found out that it wasn't waterproof.
Oh, how'd
you believe that shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was shocked.
Christ.
And on that note, we're going to close up this really long episode of the Rock-N-Brews podcast. Thanks for listening. I'm John Wheat.
Cheers, y'all.
Cheers.
Thank you for listening to the Rock-N-Brews podcast. Come visit us at Union Station Brewing Company, 106 Southwest Broad Street, Jessup, Georgia. Union Station Brewing Company, craft beer just got better.